if you want to build a team, if you think you're the most important team member, you're not going to build a very supportive team. Right. You have to really believe that you need all of your team.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
So Deloitte was a big firm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so as you went on that team, anything jar you as to, hey, this is a different kind of experience and I learned this and this?
They certainly threw me in head first to a lot of things. So I had been, growing up, we were part of a small business. My grandfather started, my dad ran this. So I was part of small businesses. I understood small business very well. But there I was dealing with larger companies, and there's a lot of things that were different. And I was trying to learn really fast. So I had to, again, tap into everybody around me. And they brought me in not as a first year, but like a third year. And so there were a lot of things I didn't learn. So I had to figure out a way to learn them. So I had to reach out to all the people that I could to learn and listen.
Well, reaching out to your teammates is huge too.
It is.
Right? I mean,
it is.
It's surrounding yourself.
Yes.
I had one of my players always say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
Same thing in the
That's
workplace.
Very, very true. Very true. And at these points, I wasn't the leader of a team. I was trying to build a team, but it was all how could I help, but how could they help me too?
Did you ever daydream looking at some of the leaders and say, hey, I need to develop some of those traits or qualities or anything you can think of on that side?
Yeah, I think I always looked at people and thought, sometimes you see leaders and managers that are doing things you don't necessarily want to emulate.
No question.
But also you see things, and to me, being self-aware is a huge one, because wherever you're at in this process, if you want to build a team, if you think you're the most important team member, you're not going to build a very supportive team. Right. You have to really believe that you need all of your team. And that works, like all the examples I've just been doing. And I'm sure it works for you in sports and so forth, but you've got to really believe you need the rest of your team. Yeah. You can't do it by yourself.
We used to always say that as soon as we realize that we individually are insignificant without everybody else, until we believe that, it's easy to say it, but until you believe it. And so your supervisors, while you were at Deloitte, I won't ask you for the things you learned you wouldn't do later, because I went through the same thing. I worked for 4 different head coaches for 11 years, and I was studying the heck out of them.
Yes.
And there were some things that to this day I follow.
Yes.
And there are some things that, I chose not. And
yes.
So any highlight of what you learned from some supervisors at Deloitte at a great company like that?
I think people who recognize your potential and help you find ways to work towards your potential, that's always a really positive thing. It's very positive feedback. It's reinforcing. If somebody believes in you, you're going to step up and do better. And I think that's one real thing that I saw there a lot, where it was people who believed in me. And that made me think I have a lot more potential than I even did, because they believe in me.
A lot of our guests have talked about if they recognized that their supervisor cared about them, which same thing.
Yes.
Believed in me, cared about me.
Yes.
Was looking after my growth, my future.
Yeah, you don't want supervisors who just treat you like a number who, I can replace you in a heartbeat, because you can't in today's world. What you were just saying earlier, Jim, about jobs.
Yeah. No, there's always been a need for talent.
Yes.
I think there's an even more intense need right now.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.